These horsemen ride with the fist down inside, with heads like thunder, the rock of your pride. We'll have no mercy for big, far and wide.
What up, Whiskey Chaser fam? Welcome back to another video out here in Nashville, Tennessee on literally one of the hottest days of the year. It is cracking 100 degrees out here. It's hot, man. So I decided to forego the sleeves, get myself a little cool air while we're riding down the road. Don't worry, I'm not going on the highway. I'm gonna be going slow. Everybody always says, dress for the slide, not the ride. Well, guess what? I didn't do that. Sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm not really that sorry. It's hot, man. It's freaking hot. It's way too warm. I'm sweating. I'm sweating, dude. Look. I'm sweating. What do you want me to do? Woo! Thank God. Get some air moving beneath these pits. So I'm actually on my way over to work, but it's a little early. Fortunately, it is one of those later work days for me, not the early work days. And I'm hungry, man. I haven't had anything to eat all day long. So before I go and work my shift, I'm gonna go grab some food. I saw something about a steak sandwich somewhere on, I think, Instagram today, and I was like, dude, that sounds so good. I want a steak sandwich. So I found a place that hopefully does a good steak sandwich. It got really good reviews, so I'm thinking they probably do, and it's not too far away. It's the nice thing about being in a city like this. You are in a city, but everything's real close, man. It's like 15-20 minutes everywhere. Thinking about taking the car, but man, I just can't help it. I actually don't really mind riding on days like this when it is 100-something degrees out. Granted, I lived in Texas for a very long time, in Houston and in Austin, kind of all over the place. You would easily get 100+ degree days all the time, so I'm kind of used to stuff like this. You know, it's interesting because there's a guy that I had met in New York. He actually lives here. He messaged me on Instagram, was like, yo man, I didn't know you moved down here. Let's get together. Let's go ride. Let's go hang out. Get some beers. I'm like, yeah, of course. Absolutely. Let me know whenever you want. And he said, yeah, I'm not riding right now because of this heat wave. But as soon as the heat wave is over, I'll let you know and we can go and ride. I was thinking to myself, like, there's a lot of people who like to call out the fair weather riders because they're like, oh, I'll ride all year round. It doesn't matter if it's cold or if it's wet or blah, 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 anything like that, which I don't like the rain. I absolutely hate riding in the rain. It is the worst. But I don't really mind riding in the cold, and I don't really mind riding in the heat. It got me kind of thinking, do you consider hot weather to be part of that fair weather rider club? Is it too hot to ride? I don't know. It's just interesting to think about. Since it is 100 degrees outside right now, and I bet you I do not see any bikes on the road. Speaking of roads, man, this is a nice road. I think this is Trinity Lane on the other side of the highway. This is a nice little road, man. I'm digging it. I am digging it. Going over to the Nations, which is over by the colleges. It's over by Vanderbilt, Tennessee State. And this is kind of like the back way. I went around everything. I didn't go on the highway. Number one, because I am wearing this shirt. Not that it would make that much of a difference. Wearing a cotton shirt with sleeves versus wearing a cotton shirt with no sleeves is basically the same as not wearing a shirt at all. But I wanted to kind of chill and take a little bit more of a leisurely ride. Yeah, I bet we barely see any bikes out today because, man, it is warm. And if you aren't used to it, it's tough. It's tough to deal with stuff like that. What do you guys think? Do you guys ride when it's really, really hot out? And I'm not talking about I have to go on a trip, or not have to go on a trip, but like I'm going to go on a trip, and no matter what the weather is, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make it if I'm going from Nashville to Eureka Springs, and I know that it's gonna be hot half the time and then it's gonna rain half the time. I'm not talking about that, because that's a knuckle up and just get it done type situation. And I know a lot of people who would just say screw it and go. Quite a few people actually. But I'm talking about like something like this where I'm like, man, you know, all I gotta do is just get down the street, go to work, go get some food. You know, it's easier to just jump in the car and go because the car has AC, has a radio, a little bit more creature comforts. You don't have to put a helmet on, put some gear on, gloves, boots, things like that. I don't know. Just something that crossed my mind. How y'all doing today? Hope I'm pretty well. I haven't even said hi, really. If you guys are new here, welcome. Welcome to the videos. My name is Chase. This is the Whiskey Chaser channel. I do motorcycle-related content in and around Nashville, Tennessee. That one's for you, Jack and Colleen. I know you guys are watching right now. That's a throwback. But really, I would appreciate it if you guys subscribe. I am trying to get to 4,000 subscribers so I can do my big announcement for my 5,000 subscriber giveaway. Getting so close to that. And I really hope y'all join me on the channel. Such a small click for you. Such a big indication of love for me. Alright, going to this place called, I think it's called the Centennial. It's a local like bar. I believe it's like a sports bar. It is by the college, but it's not a college bar. I don't know necessarily. I did have it in my want to go list, and then I saw it today having the steak sandwich on there, and I was like, you know what? Steak sandwich sounds pretty damn good. What I think is funny about it is it has a huge mural of Patrick Swayze out front, and I'm a big fan of Patrick Swayze. There's a movie out, it's called, what's it called? Skate Town USA, that's what it is. Skate Town USA was the introductory movie for Patrick Swayze, and it takes place at a roller like dance disco thing where they all have roller skates on and they're all dancing with each other, and Patrick Swayze is like the lead member of this like roller skate gang thing where this guy is trying to get with this girl, but the girl is also dating this guy, I think. And oh man, it's so funny, dude. I saw that movie with my friend Danielle when I was living in Austin at Alamo Draft House, and we have such good fond memories of that night. There was a guy that she was like kind of dating who like forced himself to go with us. He had mentioned something about me being a third wheel, and I was just like, bro, you're the third wheel. This was our thing. You decided to force yourself into this situation. It's been, God, a decade since that's happened, and Danielle and I still will laugh about that. Hey, there's a rider boy. What's up, man? It is so funny. So funny. I'm gonna send her this video because she's gonna just bust up laughing. So speaking of Patrick Swayze, this actually is really funny because the Patreon member of the week this week shares a Instagram name with a Patrick Swayze movie. And that is a coincidence. I did not plan that at all. And I think it's hilarious just now realizing it. But it's gonna be my boy, Jake Collins, who is got a, I think his Instagram name is Roadhouse OTB. Roadhouse.
Help! Somebody! These drunk redneck truckers are trying to have their way with me!
Not while my scrotum is pressed up against my stomach in these jeans, they won't. Roadhouse.
And it's just so good. Jake Collins, he lives out in Georgia. Super awesome guy. He's been a Patreon for over a year, and he's been to the campouts down in Florida. He lives out in Georgia, I think just outside of Atlanta. Hardworking dude. I always see him on Instagram working. And he's got a beautiful, I believe it's a Victory, but I could be wrong. Jake, I looked at your bike and I tried to figure out exactly what it was. And I am not myself the connoisseur of all motorcycles, so I apologize if I got that wrong, but it is a very good looking bike, and man, the guy's always riding. Jake is the kind of person, man, that you want to be around if you want to have a good time. I really hope to see him again in the future very, very soon. And I appreciate you, Jake, man, for being this week's Patreon member of the week. If you guys could please go on over to his Instagram, give him a shout, tell him Whiskey Chaser said what's up, and thank him for continuing to support the channel, continuing to support me, continuing to support all this super fun stuff that we're doing. It just really blows my mind how people are so supportive of me and this channel and all that kind of stuff. And also, I just think it's hilarious how he happens to have the name Roadhouse on his Instagram name, and we were going to a Patrick Swayze themed bar. Like, it just fit so well. It's ironic because I looked at Jake's profile like 2 days ago, and it was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna make Jake the Patreon member of the week this week, and then I just so happened to like find the Centennial with the Patrick Swayze themed mural up front. I love it, man. I love it. Thanks, Jake. I appreciate you, brother. All right, man. Let's get in here and get ourselves a brewski and a Sammy. I want to park up next to Patrick Swayze because why the hell not?
Roadhouse.
Alright, I got my sandwich. Greasy looking, but it does look good. It's very hot. It's too hot, I gotta wait. Alright, cooled down enough. Gonna give it a little dip. Wow, that's really good. And of course, you can't forget nice cool Coors. Damn. Good call, Chase. Good call.
Alright guys, that was actually really good. So the Centennial up here over in the Nations, just look for Patrick Swayze Bar and you'll find it. This place was dope. I'm gonna come back here and just hang out. They got like, it was $3 and something cents Coors Banquet drafts all day, every day. I'm down with that. Plus, that food was really good. That sandwich was almost exactly what I was looking for. Like, the bun on there was great, and the steak was good. I can, like, still taste it. I'm like, delicious. All right, now I gotta head to work. I gotta find out where the hell I'm supposed to go. Well, I think I go straight. We'll see. I hope so, because I only have a few minutes to get there. Oh, man. I gotta work a whole ass shift tonight after eating all that food. Ugh, I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm gonna fall asleep, I tell you. Man, you know what I need? I need some caffeine. That was really fun. That was really, really dope getting to go to an old dive bar like that, just to chill. And it wasn't crazy in there. The bartender was telling me they had a thing called Swayze Day. And they just had it. It's like the weekend day that's like closest to Patrick Swayze's birthday. They even had merch in there. It said like Swayze Day 2023 with Patrick Swayze inspired like graphics and stuff on it. Danielle, I know where we're going if you come into town. We are 100% going to the Centennial. Alright y'all, I'm headed to work, gonna be cutting it off here. Thank you so much for joining me on this day, the day of the steak sandwich. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I know you didn't enjoy that sandwich as much as I did because I know how much I enjoyed that sandwich and it was fantastic. It was so good. If you come and visit me in Nashville, we can go and visit any of these dive bars that you want, including the Centennial. I'll take you around for sure. If you like this video, please leave me a like, leave me a comment, do all those things. Also, go give a shout out to Jake Collins, Roadhouse OTB on Instagram, who was this week's Patreon member of the week. Just so happens to share a name with one of the best Patrick Swayze movies ever. Check out the links down below. We have Patreon, that's going to be everybody at the end of this list, and I love y'all. See you later. Have a good time. Enjoy yourselves. But not too much, but definitely a little bit. Something like that. I love you. I'll see you next time. Peace.
Roadhouse